If you're wondering whether Mindbody integrates with Squarespace, you're in the right place. In this video, I'm going to walk you through how the Mindbody integration via their branded web tools works with Squarespace and what those integrations look like on the end website. So it all starts in your Mindbody branded web account. So you'll have your core Mindbody software, and then this is a sub account of it. This sub account called branded web is what handles all the website widgets or the integrations and the links that you're going to put on your website so that people can book and buy on your website without leaving your website. So you'll log in at brandedweb.mindbodyonline.com. It may or may not be the same username and password that you use in your core Mindbody software. It is technically a sub account. You can also reach your branded web account via shortcut in your core software as well. So once you get in the right spot, it'll look something like this. You'll see up at the top where there's widgets. This is where you're going to create all the different things that actually work and bring the booking functionality onto your website. And then links, that's where you're going to create all the links that are going to add things to the consumer cart where people can buy things from you. And then site settings, we'll go over in a future video what options you have in that. So on the main screen, the widgets screen, you can see create new widget. If I do a drop down there, these are all the different widgets that you can create. And then they're going to give you a little bit of code that you're simply going to copy and paste into your Squarespace website into a code block. And that's it. It works pretty well. So the most popular widgets or functionality that you can put on your website are the appointment widget, if you offer appointments, obviously, the schedule widget, that's your class schedule widget, and then the enrollments widget, that would be for events, series classes, trainings, that type of thing. So those are the three most popular. There are some other ones in here, class list, prospect registration, and staff list widget that aren't used as much, but the main booking widgets are here in the drop-down list. So you would create your widget, and then you're going to copy that little bit of code, and you're going to put it on your website. So let me show you what that looks like on some Squarespace websites. So here's the new class schedule widget on a Squarespace 7.1 website. Again, this is a code block in your Squarespace website. We've just put the code block in and made it the size that we want on the screen. And in future videos, I'm going to walk you through that more step by step. But that's the basics where you're just pasting in that code that you generated in your branded web account into a code block. And then it magically, when you refresh the page, it looks something like this. And it actually works with your Mindbody software so that people are logging into their Mindbody account and they're booking classes that way. We go over to the events tab on the same website. I will show you, this is the enrollments widget, custom styling on this to put the little icons and make it look a little bit different. But the main point here is that this is pulling, all of this is pulling right from your Mindbody account. So you don't have to add it both to Mindbody and you don't have, and then come to your website to add it as well. It's going to just automatically pull this information in from Mindbody as soon as you update it there. So if I wanted to do full moon beach yoga, I could click sign up and I'm going to go right into the Mindbody checkout process without leaving your website. And this is a Squarespace website. If we go over to pricing page, most of this page is done in Squarespace. So these are all designed in Squarespace, but these, the actual buttons, the actual links are what's generated from your Mindbody branded web account. And so by doing that way, if I click that, you can see it pops up the consumer cart, which is the Mindbody checkout. So everything that pops up in this window now, this is the Mindbody checkout, and we'll be processing payments through Mindbody, logging me in through Mindbody. This kind of is taking me off the Squarespace platform and into Mindbody. However, it's showing it on top of my Squarespace website. So that's generally how the Mindbody integration works with Squarespace. It's pretty seamless to the end user. For you, all you have to do is copy, create the widget, create the links, copy a little bit of code and add them to Squarespace, which is pretty easy. Here's what the Squarespace appointment booking widget looks like. This one is only showing one appointment type, the one-on-one personal training. So it pre-selects that and then jumps you right into where you can choose your provider. And then you can see what times are available to book with them. And you can go ahead and book right here. This new appointment widget, and you saw in the class widget, doesn't even pop up that cart overlay. It just happens right on the screen, which is nice. Here's an example of how it looks when you have a bunch of different appointment options. So this spa obviously has a bunch of different class or appointment category types. And so whereas that previous one with personal training, we had it filtered to only show the one. This one, you can book any of their appointment types here. And so you would start by expanding and then seeing all the different packages that are under this category. And then the flow works the same way. So yes, Mindbody does integrate well with Squarespace. There's not a direct integration, but all you need to do is log into your branded web account, create the integration that you want, copy the code. You don't have to understand the code at all, but just copy the code. And then it integrates via a code block that you're going to put on your Squarespace website. So check out some future videos if you want to see specifically how to do that, the step-by-steps on how to do that. But otherwise, I hope this answered your question of whether Mindbody does integrate with Squarespace and generally how that works.